All right, Mark Cuban has now entered the chat here, the former majority owner of the Dallas Mavericks, weighing in on the tanking issue, saying the NBA has been misguided thinking that fans want to see their teams compete every night with a chance to win. It's never been that way. When I got into the NBA, they thought that they were in the basketball business. They aren't. They're in the business of creating experiences for fans. Tanking isn't the issue. Affordability and quality of game presentation are. Okay, so he's saying tanking is not the issue. Do we agree with Cuban? Should we embrace the tanking in the NBA?
That man is out of his damn mind. All right.
Friend of the program?
Mark Cuban.
Right. Friend of the program.
That's fine. Okay, my fault, Cubes. My bad. No, he's not completely wrong, but he's misguided, right? When you have 10 teams tanking, the individual member franchises are not going to be upset about it because they think they see light at the end of the tunnel. We're going to lose this year so we can go get A.J. DeBanso or Boozer, one of those other guys. They don't have a problem with that from a year basis because that is a strategy. The problem is, as a league, you cannot run a league that way. I will take you back to the first time I was on First Take. It was the day after the season opened. Me and Stephen A. were sitting here, and actually on our way here, and the federal indictments came down on gambling.
That's right.
That threatens the integrity of the game. So you cannot have teams purposely losing and having all of that in the same specter. That's why Adam Silver is saying anything can happen, whether it's draft picks, heavy fines, whatever. That's why you can start seeing people saying, or coming along to the thought of, let's take away the draft. Because losing cannot be a viable long-term strategy. We've known it's happened. People tank for Hakeem Olajuwon, they tank for LeBron, they tank for whomever. But it has gotten so widespread and has become a strategy that, hey, yeah, you're charging fans $2,000 for courtside seats when they have no business winning that game. But it's so much more than that. And because of the gambling, guys, you cannot have your integrity being threatened.
So
it cannot be a strategy.
Just for clarification purposes, you're disagreeing specifically with Mark Cuban about what?
He's saying tanking is not a problem. He said tanking isn't. It is. Because this is at the core of this. It is entertainment, it is business, but it's supposed to be competition.
Okay.
Can you imagine what Pat Riley must have said or did yesterday when he heard these quotes, drinking his coffee down there in Miami? A guy who goes out there every single year trying to win, never has a number 1 or number 2 pick in the draft. And Riley has meant a lot more to the NBA than Cuban has ever meant to the NBA. Hall of Famer, 4-time champion, 5-time, 1 in Miami, great with the Knicks, played forever. Riley, who always is competitive. Number 2, from Cuban's perspective, he said in his quote, well, I've tanked, we tanked 23 seasons on the owner team. There was many a time, 4 or 5 times. He didn't even give you a specific number where we were going through tanking. Let me ask Cuban a question. When he had his team not trying, did he give his fans a discount? Did he make sure when they came to the arena that night, they didn't get the Coca-Cola didn't cost $10? The parking didn't cost $30 outside American Airlines Arena? That when they sat in the upper deck watching their team trying to lose or not trying their hardest to win, did he give them a discount? Hey, you know what? Family, come in. We'll pay you $50. You can watch the game. We're not trying to win tonight. He did nothing of the sort. Did he put it on his ticket plaque? You know what? Here are the games in the second half of the year, these 10 games that we're going to play that we're not going to try, so we're going to charge less money for those games. He did not. That is a disgrace, what Cuban said. Well, who cares about tanking? It's not that way in New York. People don't care about the Nets in New York. You can't count them because nobody cares about the Nets. They are not a factor in New York City at all. Nobody cares. If the Knicks did this on a day-in, day-out basis, year after year to get a draft pick, 19,594, you don't think they go crazy after a while about losing?
They go berserk.
Oh, it drives me crazy what Cuban said. Again, 1 point for Cuban. Did he ever give back a discount to his fan base when he knew the game that night didn't mean anything for his team? Say, you know what? Come in for free. Game don't mean anything. I'm not taking your money. Sit there, watch the game, go home. Won't cost you a penny. Have a nice family night.
It's easy to say.
He never did that once.
It's easy to say that the game isn't affordable when you don't own the team and you don't benefit from the revenue that ticket sales represent anymore. It's very easy to sit on that ivory tower right now.
Why
and say,
can't,
Yeah,
why can't both things be true? Why can't tanking be an issue and also the affordability and the entertainment of a game? Why can't he be right in that aspect and maybe not in the aspect of
he
the
can
tanking
be
being
right
wrong?
about both things. I don't think he's right here, but I don't. But I'm not going to. It's one thing to disagree with him. It's another thing to excoriate him because he's very philanthropic. He's very charitable with his money, his time, et cetera, et cetera. Throughout the years, Mark Cuban has done a lot of good for the NBA, a lot more good than people give him credit for, and he's brought attention to a lot of issues that other owners would never want to bring attention to. They want to hide behind the cameras and leave others to do their dirty work. That wasn't Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban would speak up and speak out. So we got to respect the man in that regard. But I do disagree with him here because I think it's more about competition than it is about anything else. And to talk about affordability and experience, well, the experience is the competition. When you see a thrilling competition, two teams going at one another, trying to take each other down, that's the entertainment for the fans. When you see a boxer go up into a ring, if one boxer is running all the damn time and he's never there to be hit, the fans will start booing. They'll go crazy. They might throw stuff into the ring because wait a minute, we came to see a fight. That's what people want to see. They want to see that competitive fervor. They want to see opposites colliding. They want to see that level of tension. And so when you dismiss that, of course he's wrong. What I would say, however, is that tanking is not nearly as big of an issue as load management. Now, load management can be a part of tanking, but load management is the real issue. It's one thing, you know what, all right, we stink. In the last month of the season, we ain't trying to win a game because we're trying to land the number one pick. We've seen that over decades. What we haven't seen until recently is I'm healthy, but I need rest. I don't really feel like playing today when I had 4, 5, 6 months off for the year because I went home in April. And somehow, some way, we here in November, December, and I need a break. I don't need to play a back-to-back. I need this rest, and you're a healthy scratch. When stuff like that happens, that's when trouble has arrived because why are you not playing? I paid my hard-earned money. I traveled here. I paid money for parking. I paid money, with soda, popcorn, hot dogs, all this stuff. I'm here at the game. I paid for my seat, and you're not playing. Why? Really? Oh, by the way, you're not signing no autographs either. You're not mingling with the fans. You're just walking in and out of the tunnel. You're there in street clothes when we paid to see you play, and we didn't find out you wasn't going to play until we got to the arena. That kind of stuff is much more detrimental to the game than somebody tanking near the end of a season. Tanking at the beginning is ridiculous. Tanking at the end of the season when you got an opportunity to compete, to get a high draft pick, it's understood.
But how about what Utah did last week? We discussed this. They didn't play their guys in the fourth quarter of a game in Orlando. Well,
Horrible.
Come on, that's they only got a $500,000 fine. I'm not sure what the fine limit is.
And one of the times they did it when they were winning.
They won the game.
Miami and Orlando.
Well, I will tell you this.
Terrible.
When I was at All-Star, someone approached me and said,
This year or last year?
No, a few days ago, and said, you know how you stop this? Revenue share across the 30-member franchises, you take away the revenue share for the teams that tank. You hit them in the pocketbook where it really hurts. $500,000, that's going to cost some low-level staffer their job. That doesn't hurt the owner.
Doesn't hurt the team. Yeah.
Hit them where it really hurts. If you're going to lose on purpose and impugn what we got 30 teams and we're all supposed to be in this business together, I'm with you, Steve. Load management hurts. And the players take the blame for that. The teams don't take the blame for this. The teams need to take ownership for the strategies that they're doing. And because when Philly did it all those years ago, Stephen A., it hasn't worked. Nobody has actually seen the benefits from long-term tanking. It's just a long-term Ponzi scheme. In 3 years, we're going to be good. And that way, you'll never have to be accountable.
It's hard to really generalize it or really zoom in, especially when you have teams like 3 quarters, then they're pulling them in the second half, pulling them in the fourth quarter, pulling them for 10 minutes. It's really hard to regulate. So Adam Silver's got to find a way to fix this.
And I thought the NBA had a big weekend. I haven't been on here with you guys. I thought the NBA had a big weekend. They're all-star. I'm sure you discussed it. Their all-star game Sunday, the process of the 4 quarters was much better.
His boy Kawhi Leonard balled out.
How about Kawhi?
I was thinking about this.
I was shocked. I almost had a heart attack.
I
couldn't believe what I was
this
seeing.
is going to sound crazy to you guys. I love Leonard. I was thinking about this, watching him score the 31 in the 12 minutes. He's one of my favorite players.
Watch.
In the
You just
NBA.
haven't seen him really play to
Well, I
that.
have Denver in the Clippers series last year. I love the guy.
But you haven't seen him play to that level.
He's a phenomenal player. He's just he is
an
an
enigma.
absolute expert at getting paid while getting time off. He could give lessons on it.
Yes.
He could give lessons on it. I mean, I want him to teach me. I mean, how the hell do you? I mean, this dude invents ways to get paid for not working.
Today's Straight brought to you by Stephen A. Smith.
Speaking of load management, Kawhi Leonard has kind of been the face for it.
NBA